Kane, it's 1-0. Down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and good morning to you all. Sorry for the attire. I have not long been up, and I wanted to get up, out of bed, have a coffee, and jump on and talk about last night's breaking news, really. Last night and this morning. Obviously, late last night, when the preview for tonight's game against Shrewsbury descended into chaos. When Joe Rodon was announced. Stacey says guns out. I don't know about that, this morning, Max Aarons, it's mad. It's mad. Simon says lazy twat. Listen, I was up till 3 a.m. last night, bro. I was up till 3 a.m. I was doing a short and then I couldn't switch off, man. I hope you like that YouTube short. By the way, War Piglet says, good morning, dominoes are falling. They certainly are, my man. Listen, I've been very, very critical, and it turns out if you're caught in 4K, you can never change your opinion, but I have been very, very critical about this current ownership. But straight away, Tenacious G, more like bingo wings, I know, right, bro? But straight away, within 24 hours, within a couple of hours, your opinion can change. Based on what? Well, based on the fact that the club is being active. Do you know what I mean? They're being active. They're making moves. That's all we asked of them, right? It's clear, and I have to try and remind myself, and as LUFC 11's just said in the chat, I have to remind myself that these clearly move in silence. The only person we can really take's word for it at the minute with transfers is Andrea. That's the facts, because every man and his dog's put names out there. Some have not even looked like they've been done. No one spoke about Rodon. Not one soul, apart from Andrea saying he'd want him. But no one spoke about Joe Rodon. No one spoke about Ethan Ampadu prior to a deal being agreed. Do you see what I'm saying? This is how silent they have been. The deal was agreed by the time we found out. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. So, and then this morning, the Max Aarons stuff. This is the mad thing. Here's one thing for you. The Max Aarons story was actually broke by a podcast called The Pink Room. I actually messaged them to try and do a preview, but they never got back to me, obviously moving differently. But they were the ones that broke it. And someone tabbed me, I was like, well, I'm not sure it's come from a podcast, that. And then everyone else has jumped on the back of it, which means they were right to say that. So it just shows you how little the journalists know. Because that Pink Room might have been close to someone at the club, the Pinken, and they've gone, oh, yeah, he's agreed to go. And then they've put it out there. And then next thing you know, all journalists are saying it. And this is not, I'm not trying to dig any journalists out of him. I'm just saying it. It shows you just how quiet, methodical the 49ers are. They're literally moving like shinobi, ninja settings. It's mad. Also, the good thing is as well, like, and someone's just mentioned his name in the chat, Hamer. Hamer's also, yeah, Sonny, true. Hamer is also mentioned at the bottom of Phil Hayes' article. Now, of course, I'd love Gus Hamer. Do I think we could get him? Before today, I'd have said no. Same with Pirro. But we're apparently laying down like 12 bags for Aarons. That's no joke. That's no joke. That's a big transfer fee. Outside of the Premier League, when was the last time we spent that sort of money? Never, man, really. Do you know what I mean? So 12 million, I believe, for Max Aarons. Joe Rodon, you're dealing with Daniel Levy. He's not a joke negotiator. We're probably having to pay money for that, but RM says we're big dogs. Yeah, I was watching Square Ball last night, propaganda, and Michael Normanton made a great point. How he said when Bates had left that first season after, when we signed Luke Murphy for $1 million. Remember, he scored on his debut against Brighton. I didn't actually look, but Michael said about the squad on that day was brutal. Was brutal. And he said if you look at the squad now where we're at, it's in a totally different position, even if we were to sign anyone. And I hear it, like someone said, we are one of the bigger dogs in the division. I'm also enthused by the fact that James Ward-Prowse looks destined for West Ham. Romeo Lavia looks destined for Liverpool. As expected, these players will leave their football clubs. Of course, ours might yet. But the next one to leave will be Tyler Adams. But we've spoken about that. I understand it. We move. Yeah. But like Craig said, Rodon and Max Aarons in the same 24 hours is mad. And, okay, Spurs fans might be mocking it and saying, oh, I can't wait to get rid of him. But they're at a totally different level to us. They're at a totally different level to us. He's actually played since he's been at Spurs more times for Wales than he has for Spurs. Jose Mourinho brought him in. They were all over the shop. They don't spend much money. It was a wild move, maybe. So I think it's an opportunity, much like Ampadu, yeah. It's an opportunity for him to resurrect their career, if you like. And Ampadu's different gravy. I think Joe Rodon will be the same. If you watch the YouTube short that I did, some of his ball playing abilities, were distant. We're really, really good. His ball playing ability. Yeah, Joe says, how much is that Max Aaron's going for? I believe the figure is around about 12 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I'm not sure. I don't. I'll get it up. I'll get it up anyway. But just bear with us 1 minute. Because I'm gonna get the original article up from the Pinken podcast. They were the ones that broke it, and I think they've mentioned. I've seen 12 million mentioned. Just 1 minute. Let me find it. Just while I'm looking for that as well. I don't know what to do tonight, folks, because I'm not sure the game's on. I'm not sure the game's on anywhere. Do you remember we've been here before where the game wasn't on anywhere? I think one of the early rounds in previous years. So I think I'll come on and we'll see if anything happens. I'll set a watch along up. Even if we sit and, I don't know, I've got it on the bloody radio in my headphones or something. I know that's don't make for great viewing, but it gives us an opportunity to share that time together. Loss, I don't think it is, although it's telling you that it is. I don't think it is because it was the same last year. Like yesterday there was only one game on, one game. None of the others were there. No, I don't even think these are dodgy, honestly, folks. Like we had this same situation last time. What they do is they put like a media blackout in the early rounds of the Carabao Cup to give like better gate receipts for some of the lower teams. I swear they do it. They did it before. We've been here before, but I will come live, but we'll see in it. James Ho, who's been a member. Oh, Rad's Music, by the way. You'll be happy to know that YouTube StreamYard have started doing this now. So they now save member chats. So you'll be happy to know that, bro. But James Ho's been a member for a month now. Big up to you, James. Actually, you called Rodon as well, my guy, because I did the short last night, and when Andrea was talking about him, I put a comment up from you that said, yes, I'd be all over Rodon, make it happen. So big up to you as well, guy. But he says 12 million is what is being said. There you go. Which is a pretty penny in it for Leeds. Let's be real. That is a pretty penny that you're gonna be paying for him. And look, where will he play? That will be discussed. I'm gonna ask Andrea and Lockie tonight. What I might do is, if they're free, obviously I'll start the watch along. But if there isn't a game on, get them to drop in, and we'll do like a deep dive on Aaron's and Rodon and what they can offer in some more detail potentially. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Aaron's will play, because during the in the Euros that England won, he played at left back. He can play at right back. He can, he can play at both sides, much like Sam Byram. Do you envisage a situation? What does this mean for Cody? There's loads to chat about. Like, what does it mean for Cody? Is he going to leave? Does that mean Luke Aylin's going to drop to the bench, which I think a lot of us would be okay with? Does Byram play at right back and Aaron's at left back, or do the other way? Keep Byram at left back and move Max Aaron's at right back. You've got Joe Rodon. Will he play on the right or the left? He's done both. Will he partner Creswell or Stroud? This is the thing. There is a lot to think about. Andres Song and Covers says, this is still not done, mate. A striker, please. We definitely need some more bodies, but I think, again, they're focusing on areas. It seems, aren't they? It definitely seems like they're focusing on areas. Jack, I'd be all over that. I don't mind it at all. Carl Darlow in net, and then Ampadu and Gray in front. Of course, we still need bodies in there. We can't expect Archie Gray to play, 46 games in a season, but as a starting 11, it's coming together. Give me Hamer. Oh my days! If you give me Hamer, then what? What are we saying? Stu says Herdwich. Yeah, to be honest, I had no confidence. I can't lie to you. This is what I mean. When you're on YouTube, you can't change your opinion. But I did have no confidence after seeing the last few weeks, and obviously I've been conditioned as a Leeds United fan over the last few years to just not believe anything. I felt like I let myself get carried away with the Bielsa era, and then when it crumbled, I was like, no, you will not do this to me again. And I felt it was happening again. And a lot of that's due because it hasn't been a clean break, because there is still people at the football club that were here before, etc. So I think at times you're right to be sceptical, but you can change your opinion. And, for me, for us to go out and get the deals done, bam, bam, that's positive. Now, it doesn't mean that 5, which once these two come in, is still enough, because it's not, because we still don't have a striker. We still don't have a creative midfielder. We still don't have a physical presence. And these are, and I'm quoting verbatim there what Daniel Farker said. He said, we need a physical midfielder, a creative midfielder, a striker, a fullback, and a centre-back. That was after the last press conference where we'd already got Darlow and Ampadu. So he's got his fullback, he's got his centre-back. Creative, physical. We could be looking at Hamer and Kamara potentially. And then up top, genuinely, right, if we get who we believe we might get, this team, it'll be harder to finish outside the top 2 than it will be. And I just reel it off. If it becomes a reality, Darlow, Aarons, Creswell, Rodon, Byram, yeah? Ampadu, Kamara, or Ampadu Gray, Willie, Hamer, Cree, Pirro. Do you know all this Cine? Glenn says Kamara's not good enough. That's just not true, is it, mate? Why would Kamara not be good enough for the Championship? It's crazy talk. Sonny says, Joe, if we buy all those players, we'll be okay. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Kamara is a beast. Yeah, the starting 11 would be sick, wouldn't it? The starting 11 would be sick. Let me I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go through the article. So we know that it was originally Mike McGrath originally put it out. Phil Hay did an article, and then he has redone one this morning after the news of Max Aaron's, because it's clear what happens is obviously the story's been broke. then the journalists go and speak to the club and say, is there legs to this? And yes, there is, you know. Listen, by the way, there's 700 people in the chat. If you haven't already, please do smash a like on the video for me. We've only got 142 likes, so if we could get that close to, I don't know, a couple of hundred at least, folks, it massively helps the channel. As you can see, the content, or I guess the quality of the content is improving. If anyone lives in the Sunderland area that wants to fill them holes, please do. Mics improved, cameras improving, everything's improving, and the content continues to do. I hope so anyway. So yeah, please do smash a like on the video for me. Chris says, finally some signings we can get excited about. Exactly. I'm excited, bro, about it. I can't lie. 2 or 3 more and we'll be at least challenging. That's just exactly what I was just saying, Chris, man. 2 or 3 more in the right areas, then definitely we're challenging. Definitely, I agree with you, mate. Yeah, Leeds United comps, it's not looking good, bro. But listen, what I'm going to do, just for those that do watch the watch along, I am going to set up the stream and we'll sit and we'll wait. And if one comes available, one comes available. If it doesn't, then we move. And, you know, I'm going to ask Andrea and Lockie if they can be on standby and maybe they can jump in and we can talk about Rodon and Aaron's at some more length. What they don't know about the ballers is just on another level. So yeah. Ian, mate. Ian, trust me, Ian, I am not good with any sort of DIY. If I feel demos, I bring the walls down. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mad. There's a shelf there, what you can't see, which is out of shot, which is just terrible, bro. I'm sorry. Like, some people are good at DIY, others are not. I probably could, to be honest. I probably could, couldn't I? Just YouTube it in it. Like, when I first moved in here, I put my washer and my dryer in, and I was so proud of myself. I can't lie to you. I watched YouTube and I was like, bloody hell, I've put a dryer in, put a washer in. Listen, not all of us are DIY, unfortunately. You know what I mean? There'll be things I can't do that you can. You know what I mean? Oh, Bob, that's Clark. Get some stickers to put over the holes. Yeah, some white stickers, just plain white stickers. Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. Yes, I never thought of that. Some stickers, just some white. Who opens your tin of tuners? Lee, have you not seen them, bro? Who opens the tin of tuners? Huh? Ian says, if I live closer, I'd be around. Nice one. To be honest, I wish there was someone who lived close, because I'd like to go, right, this is what I want doing. Can you do it? Do you know what I mean? Like a corner desk would be sick. You know what I mean? One like built-in corner desk. Just, yeah, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But it is what it is. Anyway, let's we digress. We digress. Let's go through the article then. Okay, so here we go. So this is the article. Let me just see that you can see that all right. It's not great, is it? Let me just zoom in. Sorry, I have to move shit about at the minute. Setups all over. Right, where is the article? There it is. Boom. Is that better? Let's have a look. Let me just shoot back. StreamYard. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Right. Okay. We'll go through this, folks. So, I'll move the mic back closer to me and show my laptop. There we go. We're moving. Okay. Hi, Evie, as well. Big up, Evie. You mentioned coming on about the business side of things. Just drop me a message. We'll sort something out. It was good to see you on Kate's channel as well. Right, okay, let's go through the article. So, Leeds in advanced talks to sign Max Aarons from Norwich and Joe Rodon from Tottenham. Okay, so this is by Phil here, just 3 hours ago. I believe my good friend Danny Rumsey is currently tracking the plane that's coming in from down that there London. So it says Leeds are in advanced talks with Norwich City for Max Aarons, with both the fullback and Tottenham Hotspur defender Joe Rodon in line to join the club ahead of Saturday's clash with Birmingham City. Here's a question for you. Do they play? Do they play? Max Aarons would have played at the weekend, right? So Max Aarons is good to go. The thing is with Max Aarons as well, he knows Farkable. He's played Farkable. I'm just having a look now at the Norwich lineup just to see if he did actually play. They beat Hull 2-1. Let me just check the lineups. And oh, Max Aarons didn't play, you know. Max Aarons didn't play. Was he on the bench? He wasn't even on the bench. Missing players. Max Aarons lacking match sharpness, according to so actually maybe he already knew the transfer was in the offing. Maybe they already knew the transfer was in the offing. So actually maybe they don't come straight in, because I know Joe Rodon won't. Has Joe Rodon played any part in pre-season at Spurs? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. Will, I honestly don't know. Don't know. Because the thing is, there's this notion, and I seen a tweet actually um I seen a tweet where, you know, people say, "Oh, they like a right back, right," and I think it was Oscar. Oscar tweeted out about centre backs both being right-footed or left-footed. I mean, probably not left-footed. It's highly likely, but both right, unlikely. Both right-footed, and you had like some of the best partnerships ever. Even like, you know, Rio and Vidic. Like, I know we don't like them, but they're up there, right? So this notion, I think it's more of a modern era thing, right? That they have to be, and we've already seen as well, Will, that look, at the end of the day, Byram is a right back, and he was more than apt at left back, and actually performed better than Leo Hjelde at left back. Now, I think there's a case if Aarons comes in that with only the one centre back signing, and you might disagree with this, but Leo can be used there, and I'd rather be a little bit more smart with the money that we've got or will have to go and get different positions for me. I think if you think about it, you have Strauch, Creswell, and Rodon, and then if the unthinkable was to happen and two of them got injured, you do have Leo who could get in there. You do have Ayling that could go in there. You do have Ampadu that could go in there. And I know, of course, I'm just happy with signing players. I'm not then going to say to the 49ers after they've given us 2 players in 24 hours, not that they're listening to me, to then go, yeah, but you still need another centre-back. I think we need to be a little bit smart and a bit realistic and say, do you know what? You bring Rodon in. Cooper, he's probably... Cooper, that might be Cooper now, Depends how long he's out for. That could be Cooper. And that's a sad ending. That's a sad ending for him, because how's he going to get back in if we're doing really well? And he's not going to get a contract extension, because we're going to get promoted to the Premier League if we do really well. So that could be Cooper, and that'd be a sad ending. But my point is, he could come back towards the end of the season, so then you'd have 4 centre-backs. But the 3 that we've got right now in Rodon, Strauch and Creswell, if 2 of them were injured and you've only got 1 left, you then could call on Hjelde, Ampadu or Ayling. Not that we want to, but what I'm saying is I don't want to waste that money elsewhere. And I don't know where I've gone, actually, Will. You asked me if he's playing left back or right back, and I went on a bit of a tangent, didn't I? My apologies, mate. But yeah, I'll tell you what it was. It was about having a right back at right back and a left back at left back. But we've seen with Daniel Farke, I don't think it actually matters all that much. Sorry, I've not long got up, and still wiping sleep out of my eyes. Sorry, that's rude of me. Yeah, so I don't think it really matters under Farke ball, and I'm not really asked. If he wants to play him at left back, play him at left back. So, come on. Thank you for your question, though, Will, and we'll chat about it. Let's have a look at some more chats that we've got here. John F says Aarons, Rodon, Creswell, Byram, and Tyanu back 4. That's what we need as well, bro, isn't it? This is the thing. That is what we need. As good as some will tell you Strout was, and he was good in parts, he had very high progressive passes and stuff like that. The eye test tells you he still looks shaky to me. He still looks shaky to me. But Creswell is still very young as well. But Byram, for me, in the short cameo that he had, was the best defender, both that way and backwards. So it's like this team now, just that back 4 anyway, and I'm including Meslier in this as well, back 5, just needs just reinvigorating. Even if, for example, You did have that there, John F., as you've mentioned, Aaron's Rodon, Creswell, Byram. And, you know, you are going to have to rotate the squad. But let's say you had them. Let's say you have that for tonight. Well, no, not for tonight, but let's say you have that Saturday and the week after against West Brom on the Friday. You get 2 clean sheets. And then Aaron's, you know, needs a rest. You're bringing Hale in, but you're bringing him back into a back 4 that's kept clean sheets and has confidence. Do you see what I'm saying? And I know Aylin's one of the elder statesmen, but can say to him, do you know what? We've kept it solid. You just come in here and we'll be right. Darlow's behind us. He's used to not shipping goals. Gets to the point where Melier and the back 4 at the minute are used to shipping goals standard. Because how often does one team have 8 attack and we concede? It shouldn't be happening. You know? I seen a stat, I can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it was on Brownie's Twitter. I can't remember. But it was something along the lines of like, Leeds United had faced, let's say, for example, 26 shots. And of them 26 shots, 24 had gone in. Now, it's not all on Melier, but what I'm saying is it's getting to the point where it is just porous. No matter what they do, this defence will concede. It's almost as if it's bred into them at this stage that they will concede. Do you know what I mean? So it's mad. It's mad. So a fresh back 4 is probably good for just even for morale, you know. Stacey Momovalod, one of the OGs, member for 6 months. Yeah, 6 months indeed. Wow, thank you so much for your continued support. You too can join Just Joe FC if you like. It's $4.99 a month. It's just a way of helping to support the channel. Hopefully you can still hear me because I think I knocked the thing. Check. I just knocked one of my wires. Let me check that you can still hear me. Yes, you can. I've had to start doing as well. Before every stream, I have to reset my laptop for whatever reason. After one stream, it starts doing the R2D2 stuff. It's really confusing, but it's ever since I broke my laptop when I dropped the thing on it. We'll get there. We'll get there one day at a time and all that jazz. Right, okay. Yeah, I've not gone robot, have I? Have I gone robot again? Oh, don't. Let me just check. No, you haven't. Hello? I can hear myself. It's all right. Yeah, you're lying to me now. So, yes, Bob, I do. That is the next thing. I'm not. Next time I get a computer, I'm not getting laptop. I'm getting desktop. 100% getting desktop. Right. Okay. So back to the article. Oh, did it do it briefly? So it must be the connector there. I think I touched it, didn't it? And it went proper fax machine settings. Right, okay. So Leeds are close to securing a permanent deal for Aarons, having reached an agreement to take Rodon on a season-long loan from Spurs. You'd imagine this season-long loan is going to have a clause in there that says if Leeds get promoted, it will be a permanent deal. And of course, like Phil here says here, it would significantly, and you can't emphasize that significantly enough, strengthen their backline. You've got Max Aarons. You forget this kid's 23. This is what I'm saying for me as well. For those that might say, oh, yeah, they haven't done well in the Prem or whatever. They're coming in with a wealth of experience, yeah? Like a massive experience, but still only very young. That's the mad thing. You know, you've got Max Aarons there who's just won on the international stage. He's joining up with Creswell, for example. So there's that connection there. I love that. Daniel Farker, he's just going to fit nice. There's not going to be a problem there whatsoever. Max Aarons' first game will probably look like he's been playing for us for years. Yeah. And like all Bob says there, it's almost an identical type of, maybe Ampadu's more experienced at a higher level. But what I'm saying is the fact that this guy is only 23. 23. But he feels to me, when I read it, I was like, 20. He feels like he's been around for ages, man. This is the thing. It feels like these footballers have been around for ages. Yeah, Dave, exactly. Dave's like, what? He's only 23. Exactly, bro. And the only reason is because the under 20. I looked and went, my man's not that young still, is he? 23. I was like, wow. It's mad. So they've got so much experience at such a young age. And Joe Rodon has experience in the championship, but also in the international stage as well. So he comes with a different type of experience, you know? he comes having trained week in, week out with the likes of Harry Kane, etc. It's a different level. Under Mourinho, that have certain standards. Okay, he's played more times internationally than he has for Spurs. The move didn't work out, but it was a wild transfer at the time anyway. You know, I think at the time, didn't like Mourinho want players like Bastoni and all this sort of stuff, and they ended up with Joe Rodon, you know what I mean? So I can understand why it never really was going to work, unfortunately. Sean Healy says, the best was Oscar's mic on our Leeds TV channel. Sounded like a whale. I've not heard that one. Oscar's still, man, like grainy and that on his camera. I love him, though. It was great to see him with Connor as well the other day. Ian Burrell, thank you so much. I think he'd said earlier on, that is for some polyfiller. I'll get on it, bro. Matthew Hicken says, Hammond, Joe. Ampadu, Rodon, Byram, and now Aaron's. Making moves, right? But it is also in conjunction and connection with Daniel Farke. He did something similar with Eddie Howe, and he's clearly doing that with Daniel Farke. The signings now, for me, are exceptional. Of course, people might disagree, but if I look at that now and look at what Daniel Farke wants, requires, I mean, them four there, plus Darlow, it's great. It is great. Yeah, Mike, he played left back for England in the under 21s Euros, you know. Yeah, mad. So he's got over 200 club appearances and he's 23. 23. This is the thing, Mouldy, isn't it? And let me just qualify this as well. Like, I'm up here now and my mood fluctuates depending on what's happening at the football club, right? I'm up here now, but know that the club and we as fans can't rest on our laurels because we still need more. We still. The next thing, like people, is a midfielder because you can't bank on just Gray and Ampadu and JB and Bate and others. I think once we get bodies in, others will leave out on loan. I think anyway. You know, so we still need bodies there. We still need a striker, and we need to see, you know, who's going to be left, don't we? We need to see who's going to be left. But yeah, I agree with you. They are backing him. So yeah, Kamara in next. I'm not sure because it almost feels like the ones that we thought we were getting, we're not getting, and they go and get someone totally left field that we weren't expecting that's actually better. Back to the article though, it says Aarons, who played for Leeds head coach Daniel Farke, he must have given him his debut. He's under contract at Carrow Road, but looking for a move this summer, having been with the Norfolk side for almost a decade. Remember, he's only 23 as well. It's mad. The thing is as well, like Max Aarons was wanted by the likes of West Ham and stuff, so it's a real coup that we've got him. 23-year-old is a former England under-21 international and was part of both of the squads which won promotion under Farke at Ellen Road. This is important as well. Like, he's coming, like I said, he's coming in and, you know, for me, he's coming in there and he's going to fit like a glove, like a hand does in a glove, like a foot does in a sock, right? It's like he'll have never gone away. Kai, I can't see it. They haven't got the facilities for that. You know, they don't have the capacity for me.
So we don't have the capacity.
Not to. I just don't see it, bro. I don't. Yeah, not for me.
So we don't have the capacity.
Because where are they getting the money from? They're having to sell bloody Sander Berg, for example. So I can't see that. So yeah. But anyway, we digress. I don't know. Could you hear that? I said we don't have the capacity. Did you hear that? Because I could hear it. I don't know if that. Yeah. Professor says, let's not forget, Joe, as well. Bayern bid 35 million for Aarons 2 years ago. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be come too close. I don't think it's going to come too close to what Coventry will want. We'll see. Oh, you heard it. That's cool. Yeah, so 23-year-old is a former England under-21 international and was part of 2 promotion bids under Farke. Recognised as a right back, where Leeds have already got Luke Ayling and Drama, but can also play on the left side of defence. Be interesting to see like what happens with Drama. If Drama stays, you've got Aaron's, Drama and Byram. This, again, like Cooper, will be the last time we see Ayling, and that's fine. That's fine. They've been really, really good for Leeds United. United are confident of finalising the transfer and are also looking to wrap up centre-back Rodon's arrival before they head to St Andrews on Saturday. Well, it is Wednesday, so you'd imagine now we're looking at we're looking at them coming in today, medicals, announcements Friday, maybe involved on Saturday, highly unlikely, but even still, they're going to be in and around the football club, which is going to be great. And then we've got West Brom the following Friday. You'd imagine they'll be involved at that one. The club lost captain and central defender Liam Cooper to injury for 8 weeks at the weekend and have moved rapidly to secure reinforcements. It'd have been interesting had Cooper not been injured, how quick they'd have moved on Rodon. Would they have moved on Rodon? So quick. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking. Medicals are today, apparently, says Mikey MK. Hopefully, hopefully they can do it. Romano, agreement completed between Tottenham and Leeds for Rodon. The centre-back joins on loan till the end of the season. There you go. Is that new information or let me have a look, see if we've got anything. Or is that just from the last hour or so? Because I've seen that. Just trying to see if there has been any update. I think the last one we got from Romano, yeah. Do you know what I found as well while I was looking at Twitter earlier? I took Twitter. Do you remember Swedish midfielder Jens Kajuste, who we were linked to for time? He's on his way to Napoli. Remember Kajuste, folks? Andrew says medicals today. Medicals today. Where's that been? I have not seen that. That's amazing. So there you go then. So we could literally have them announced by Friday. Aarons and Rodon will take their summer signings to 5 following Ampadu, Darlow and Byram. United remain keen on Coventry City midfielder Gus Hamer, but Coventry are holding out for a high price for the talented Dutchman. Going to be what, 15 million maybe? 10, 15, 20? I don't know. It's going to be pricey, but for me, it's obviously more than the 12 that we're getting for Aarons because I think they'd have gone and got Hamer. Do you know what I mean? But looks like we might have some cash after all. Maybe some of that might be facilitated by the fact we know now Tyler Adams will move to Chelsea. Maybe that we have to be mindful of that fact as well, that it is sort of 1 in, 1 out. So have to wait and see. Connor said medicals today, I think. Okay, so is it anyone outside of that? Although I know Connor spoke to Mike yesterday, did he? So we'll have to wait and see. But look, it's positive. It's a good morning. It was a good night last night to initially hear the news and then to wake up to Aaron's being thrown in there as well. Exceptional in actual fact. Over the moon for it. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. Daniel Ager says, "Get yourself a Starbucks." Cheers, bro. There is one. It's quite a way away though. But I do love a caramel macchiato. Beautiful from Starbucks. There you go. Jamie says Rodon's medical today. Not sure about Aaron's. There you go. I like. Do you know what as well? Like Professor mentions there, Agent and James got Rodon on. But this is the thing. We've got the Welsh connection there straight off the bat. We've got the Norwich connection with even Aarons and Byram work together. Aarons and Byram work together and they work with Farker. So you've got Aarons and Byram. They've got a connection. We know Byram's got a connection anyway. You've then brought in Ampadu, linking up with James, and now Joe Rodon. It's sweet as a nut, sweet like Tropicana, isn't it? Check Fabrizio says, Will Pirro next, says Jamie. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? What's Fabrizio saying? Leeds are confident to complete. Right, this has just come now, folks. So this is breaking news, if you like. On it, Will. On it. Cheers for that, broski. This is from Fabrizio right now. Just bear with us 1 minute. I hope my thing hasn't gone down there. Says, Leeds are confident to complete. Can you hear me all right? Because I just knocked my thing again. And if I've knocked my thing again... Hello? Yeah. It's dodgy at the minute, folks. So Leeds are confident to complete Max Aaron's deal with Norwich, with Farke pushing to make it happen. It's now advancing to final stages. Joe Rodon loan completed from Spurs and now focus on Aaron's first call by Phil here today. It wasn't called by Phil here today. Let's be fair. It was called by the Pink 'Un, and it's only four. We give them their props. But yeah, there you go. So the confidence to complete the Max Aaron's deal from Norwich with Farke pushing to make it happen. It's now advancing to the final stages, which is very, very positive. So you'd imagine Max Aaron's no medical today, but you know, Josh G, I wouldn't 100% say that, but you know my thoughts on drama anyway. I'm still skeptical, and and no disrespect, Aaron's is levels. Aaron's is levels for me personally. Like, I can't lie, but yeah. We move. He's different gravy. Comes in 23-year-old, by the way. 23-year-old. He's still so young, man. This is the thing. He's still mad young. So yeah. It's mad, really. But yeah. There we go. There we go. So it's Jamie says no more railing. I hear you, Ian. I hear you. Yeah, it is what it is. Is that a Harry Potter tattoo, Joe? It is Joe Barron, yeah. Listen, there's over 1,000 people. If you haven't already, please do smash a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. Now, I'm going to pre-record a video with a Birmingham City fan, Brummy Joe, if you remember Brummy Joe. So I'll be speaking to him. So that'll be dropping over the next couple of days. Tonight, I'll set up the watch-along. If I'm being honest, I don't think we'll get I don't think we'll get the game. Yeah, I don't think we'll get the game, but we'll still do something if we don't. All right. But thanks as always for tuning in. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and I will see you in a bit. Two fantastic signings coming in the door in Max Aaron's and Joe Rodon. Peace out now.